here we're just going to take these strings off the Shite Paul, and they're dead and I can't be bothered unwinding them properly, so just loosen them off a bit and we'll go in with the clippers and just snip that. Pull it through, back of the body, there's a string out, and just leave it on the floor for the moment. Then we should just be able to unwind it from the top here. Come out, you wee dirty, right, yeah. There we go. String is out. Just going to do that same with the rest of them. Just unwind it a bit, loosen the tension off, cut it, take it out. Obviously the only thing here is try not to lose the bridge, because the bridge will fall out, because that's what it did before and that's why I had to replace it. So, although I won't lose it in my room, so there's a bonus. The action on these tuning machines is dreadful. I'm not going to replace them, I'm going to try and get away with not replacing them. I don't want to pay any money. But guitar's not worth the money. Just the one more now. There's the nut falling out. Brilliant. Snip that. Alright. That nut slot is pretty dreadful as well. Seems to have had some sort of plastic attached to it there and it's stuck to it. Oh wait a minute, it's this cardboard, that's what that is. Oh dear. Or is it? I don't even know. That looks like plastic, but I've got cardboard under here. I can't remember if I put it in underneath it or not. It's a plastic nut, but that's what you're expecting, right? But it just seems to have something stuck there, so I'll have to go in with a file and level that down before we can put this back on. Otherwise it will sit lopsided. Also, make sure all the bits that come off sit in a little tub somewhere, so that you don't lose them. It's always very handy. When my work desk looks a mess, but I know what's going on in it, right? As I said, the bridge will just fall out now, so have that there. Tailpiece will do the same. Don't lose them, you don't want to replace them. Next thing, I'm going to take this neck off. Since it's a bolt-on neck, I can unbolt it and take it off, obviously, and it'll be easier to work with than having to hold on to this body all the time. So, it's just these 4 screws in the back here. There we are. There's one. You just do the same with all 4 of them, and the neck will just fall right out. I'm not surprised that the pickups and everything fall out while it's upside down, since they're not actually screwed in, they've just been held in by tape at the moment. Because I don't have, well, I do have the screws, but they're pretty mangled and pretty rusty. I was thinking about replacing them. See if I can get some cheap screws to replace it with. Oh, there goes the pickup. Ah, there goes the neck. Fantastic! That's the way we want it. Come out. There we go. One thing to notice is that the neck needs an angle on it for the bridge to sit properly, and this was cut flat. So there is a piece of cardboard shim that was placed on there to give the neck the right angle. If that's not there, the strings will sit far too high above the fretboard and it will never play right. So that's the body, we can move that away from us now. This is the neck, and it's as you'd expect for a guitar like this. The truss rod is stuck in there, and I believe it works as far as I remember. There's the fretboard. You can see that it's sort of been painted a darker colour. Yeah, but it's still got it might even be rosewood, I'm not even sure. Looks like it might be, but it's been painted a bit darker to try and make it look, you know, more appealing. That's that, and we'll get to work taking these frets out. I've covered fret removal before on a different video, so I'll only do it very briefly here for a reminder. But what you can see is my soldering iron on the back of it here. It's a flat tip soldering iron. There's a groove cut into the back of that that's the same curvature as the top of a fret, and that's there so that I can run it along a fret without it sliding off and burning into the fretboards. That's what that's there for. The heat helps to break the glue under the frets, if there is any. It also just helps stop the wood chipping out as you pull a fret out. So I'm going to start doing that, and when all the frets are done, we can get into hammering the frets. I'll be more than glad to get these things out. This is going to be fun. Right, where should I start? So we start in the middle and just for the bit of fun of it. Notice how it's just running along the fret. Yeah, It's not a great camera angle, I can't be bothered changing it. Screw you guys. Come out, you bastard, you. There we go. That's one fret. Done. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on. There we go. Come here. There we go. Well, as you can see now, that's all the frets been removed. There they are. There's only one place for these to go, and that's in the bin. I'm not going to reuse those at all. So while it's out, all those frets are gone, I'll have to go in with maybe some sandpaper and try to level out some of these uneven bits where frets will come out from, and have a look at these inlays, which are a dreadful, dreadful mess. Just like to prove a point with these inlays, this one here is quite raised up past here. If I just put my blade onto the wood and just sort of move it, it catches on the edge of that inlay there. Same with this one, it's catching there, and this one's actually lifting up slightly. I can get my blade underneath this one, and you know what, I'm just going to pop it right out. Right, watch this. Just do this to show you, this is inlays shouldn't do this. It's coming, it's coming. As long as that. That's it, I can get my blade right underneath it. That's how much of a gap there was. There we go. Pop it right back out, and as you can see, there's the inlay. Alright, and it's sort of just a cloudy piece of plastic. It's supposed to sort of look like mother of pearl, but then underneath it there's this sort of white paint stuff. You see that? That's just been sort of glued onto the wood. It's obviously to try and give it more of a white colour than just that sort of clear plastic. But that's what our inlays are doing. They're all sort of coming out. There's one there that was broken in half, and these ones are sticking proud. So I'll have to see if I can level those down, then obviously stick this one back in. But that's the bullshit we're dealing with here. I mean, dear shit, look how bad that is.